Hello, everyone. Let me just open some microphones here. Okay, good to go. If anyone have any question or something, I will be more than happy to help. And there is something new that Zoho added lately. I also uploaded a video about it. I don't know how significant it is for the people that know Command Center. The Command Center is able to produce a journey. Let's see if so it's able to produce a full journey across multiple modules. And Zoho released the Pathfinder, which is doing exactly the same thing. So, because people are asking me how the Pathfinder is different than the journey builder, and the answer is I don't know. But I'm sure there is something behind it. It is something, I don't know, identical.
Is it giving you stats on the journey? Because you said in the video, the Pathfinder gives you stats.
Yeah, also here.
You do? I don't usually the one. I was just curious. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're getting everything here. So here you have actually a little bit more. I don't have data, but that's doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly how it's any different.
Okay.
Yeah, but sure, why not?
Well, I don't use it, so I'm like, I don't have any questions about it, and I don't.
It's no. Let me show you both of them. So if we create, let's say, new lead, same example like in the video, new lead to lost lead. So that will be here. How we do it in Command Center. So you select the module that you're going to work on, and the view is more like a blueprint.
Yeah, Mike, it looks like a blueprint type of.
Mm-hmm. And that will be when you are creating a new lead. It will work on all the layouts. And let's click on all save. Now, let's go to the Pathfinder. It's a cool name. It's doing the same. So you can see that you had the state. And now you need to say when it's going to be created. So basically when a new lead is created on all the layouts. And here you have the identifiers, which there you don't need it really.
Right.
So this new thing is just giving you one more step to do. But both of them are identical. They're doing exactly the same thing. Yeah, I don't have any data, but they're the same. And you can run across multiple modules, same like there.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Good for Zoho that they're creating so much functionality.
Well, if it looks the same, they should just add on to whatever they have. It's kind of similar already.
For me, it's identical. It's a little bit different than in the way that you create it.
Right.
But the functionality is the same. The idea is to create a journey across multiple actions, and you can track them. In the Command Center, you can also involve some, like the blueprint, you can create when it goes for a specific state. some automation can take place, but you can do it also with workflows.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the problem is that people, are contacting me and saying that in Zoho you have the same functionality can be done by so many different features.
Right.
And it's true. And it is a little bit awkward because you have the workflows that can send, let's say, an email when something happens. The command center can do the same. Blueprint can do the same.
Yep.
Scheduler can do the same.
Yep.
Right? Macros can do the same. So for a new person that is starting to work on Zoho, it's like, what the hell do you want me to do here?
Where do I start?
It's crazy. There is something cool, by the way. If someone have a question, shoot, because I can talk for 5 hours.
I'm good. I got time.
Route IQ. So this is something interesting. For the people that don't know what is Route IQ.
Yeah, I use it every day.
You use it?
I use it every day. That's how we make our routes.
Do you like it?
For what it is, yeah. I mean, I wish it had more features, but because it really hasn't changed since the time they implemented it. But it's routing.
So there is a new version now. There is a new version that they will release very soon. I already saw the beta version. It's very nice. And also here you have a plugin that is working with CRM. Do you use it?
Yeah, it's connected to my CRM. That's how we put our routes in.
Oh, so you already use it?
Yeah, I'm using it. It's already connected to my deals route.
Okay. Don't show off here. Okay.
No. But I've been using it since they actually released it.
Yeah, like a few months ago, like 4 months ago or so.
Well, Route IQ? No, Route IQ has been around for over a year.
No, the CRM extension.
Oh, I must have been in a beta program then, where I had it attached to my deals. Oh, it's right. Well, I remember when I first cooked up, I needed to connect it to my deals module, and they did something to make it connect to my deals module.
Yes, and that was a few months ago, from what I know.
Ah, okay. So I must have been on a pre-release thing with the deals. Okay.
Yeah, May 22. That's when they said anyway they'd publish it. Maybe you had access to a previous version.
Yeah, I was paying for it. I mean, I've been paying for it, which I think I have.
Like $11 or so, right?
Yeah, it sounds about right. I paid for the year.
And you're happy with it?
Yeah, I mean, that's how we used to use Microsoft Streets and Trips until they stopped that, and then it was going out of date, and I needed to find something newer because of roads. And this was great because it connected right to the CRM. So I already had the addresses. I didn't have to copy and paste. And, I mean, it's lacking in some ways of like how to make a schedule, but most of the time it works fine the way it is. We just, you have to massage it a little bit to get your times, like you need to be at some place or something.
So the concept is that you go, let's say, you can create basically a route of multiple deals, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or you can use your contacts to, make appointments with your contacts and make a route that way too.
And then it knows you can add to the same route, you can add multiple contacts?
Yeah. So you don't have it installed?
No.
Yeah. So you select the module. I think whatever. I have mine set up, but you select the module you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can have views. You can have it select based on views because we have our views. We have views based on days in the deals. Yes. So when I'm like yesterday,
and then you click here and you add.
No, don't even go in there. I don't even go in there. I go right into Right IQ. I have the views. It's linked up, so I have my views the way it sees it in there. I pull up my Wednesday, and it shows me everything in my Wednesday view in the CRM, but I'm in Route IQ, and it shows me everything there, and then I select whatever I want to select to make a route. It'll show me if I had 10 things in there, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see. How are we making a route? I can put check marks. There's a lasso tool you can use, and then you can say make a route from here, and then it'll ask you by default how long you want to be at each of one of those things at those places. Then you tell it to make a route, and then it'll make a route. Obviously,
and you can also do it automatically, right? You can.
Well, yeah. Most of the time we have it do it automatically, and almost never do we have it do it like manually. But if you make it have an automatic route, you can drag stops in different order. So now it's not optimized anymore, but that's fine. It just tells you it's not optimized anymore because you moved it around. You need to do something. So yeah, that's the part of the lacking problem is you tell it you want to be at some place, say for an hour or 45 minutes. But in the optimization part, you can't say, I need to be here at 2:00. It won't make the route based on that. So you have to fudge it inside there to get to that place at 2:00. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you basically need to update it yourself.
Yeah, you either gotta give extra time at the stop before it, so it gets to, the times match out to what you want. If you made some appointments, like, some times that you need to be at some places. Some places you don't care about what time you get there, so you let it give you the time that it says you're going to get there for. I mean, it
makes sense.
You just gotta, like with anything else with Zoho, you gotta this is the limitation. How can I get around it? Well, this is one way of doing it. I had extra time at the stop before it. You know what I mean? To push the time out. Be like, all right, well, if I get done early, I got time for lunch. You know what I mean? Because in Route IQ, you can't click on the map and say add to route.
Yeah, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Because say you want to stop in between someplace. If it's not in the CRM, you can't add it to the route. It doesn't let you do it.
You can't edit also manually?
No. You can. The only thing you can put in are extra big end or start places, but you can't add in stops that are not in the CRM.
I see.
You follow what I'm saying? So for us, when we have someone has a doctor's appointment or something, we create a dummy deal with the address in it so we can put it into the CRM and then route it so you can get to your appointment at the doctor's at a certain time. And then when you're leaving the doctor's, you can continue on for your day. Or you get in your car serviced or something. You know what I mean? We have to create a dummy deal just so we have an address in the system. You know what I mean? To use.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, it's good for what it is, but it can be better. Hopefully the next update lets you do those kind of things. You can just add things on the fly, not be in the CRM. But it's really good though. Otherwise, if you got a basic service business that you need to make up basic routes, you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is great.
Let me try to see if I can get you the next release, what they're going to have there. Because probably it will be beneficial for you.
Yeah, because right now what we do is we make 2 or 3 routes for the same day, just rename them different because you can make it's unlimited number of routes you can make. So that's how we do it. I'll make a route and it's like, yep, this route's for David, this route's for Kevin, this route's for Jose. Even though it's all on the same day, and then everybody goes into the system and looks and see, yep, that's my route.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to use it that way because of the licensing, but that's the way we've been using it because it is kind of, because I think you're supposed to pay a license per user, but we all use it under my logon just because it's not very feature rich.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can get me to the new one early, I don't know when you said the new one's coming out.
Yeah, this is the link. So, but one second, Route IQ is no longer in beta.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's supposed to be the second version. Data center.
Does it say in Route IQ what version they're at in there somewhere? Let me go pull it up.
You won't see it. It's in the partner portal.
Okay.
So the roadmap is saying the checking, checkout. Let me try to paste it here so you can see it. Okay. This is what they're saying that it's coming in the next release.
Check in, check out. That's pretty good because then you can say when you're going to all right, check in, check out. Oh, I mean, I guess when someone gets somewhere, because you can have there's an Android and I think there's also an iOS app that link to it. Lead generation, business context, local tracking. All right, so you can track somebody. Yeah, I don't care about that. Map view options with module records list in the CRM instead of web tabs. That one might be interesting. Checking in and checking out might be interesting. So in case I haven't, I'd ask somebody where they might be in case something comes in.
So that's the next release anyway, what they're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's built in because before that you had to get an extension from somebody into the CRM to go out to a mapping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they were relatively expensive. They were like, I think even on the cheap ones, they were like $30 or $40 a month, and that was based on like how many records you were using or in your CRM or something like that. I don't remember. I just know it was relatively expensive.
Yeah. So anyway, those are the updates.
That's good. Yeah.
Let other people ask if they have any questions. I don't want to let people wait too much. But thank you, David, for the explanation. I didn't know what is route queue so much, so it was very useful.
Yeah, it's like Google Maps on steroids. You can make multiple places and gives you good times and stuff.
I can see how it can work. Service companies a lot.
Or sales calls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're driving from one place to another, yeah.
Yeah.
And if anyone have any question,
Adam might be able to need it. I don't know if there's any servicing or anything like that or deliveries.
Oh, for Mr. Adam, the serviceman.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that existed. So that's especially meeting apartments and getting deliveries. It's nice to actually people call us and the delivery drivers ask, do you am I at the right place? And it would be nice to pull up a map and be like, well, are you here?
Oh, that's something that you do have on the mobile application.
Yeah, yeah.
So on CRM, when you go to a record, it will show you a click on a map, and it loads the address on a map. So you do have it.
Yeah. So yeah, in the Route IQ is like you put if the address is correct, and you put and it comes up, you can see it on the map like as you would in Google Maps, and like that looks like it's in the correct place. So.
And it tells you how long it takes to get there, right?
Well, it'll take you how long to get there from the place before wherever you're coming from.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based on when you're making it now. You know what I mean? So obviously it doesn't take traffic into consideration, but yeah.
I wonder, does that tie into your calendar? So like if you have a meeting at 3, it actually, hey, it's time to. That would be interesting. Time to leave.
No, it doesn't. But you got to play with it. We have some stops where people's like, "Hey, I need you at this house at 2:00." I'm like, "All right." So I have it make a route for the day, optimizing it, and then see where it puts that house in. I need to be at 2, and depending if it's off, I got to move things around to get me to that house at 2. It won't use that house as an anchor point. You know what I mean? To schedule everything else around it. You got to manually do it. It doesn't take, once you play with it for a day or two, you figure out that the workarounds are relatively easy. You just move some things around, or you add some times to some place, or you leave later in the on the route. But it won't notify you. You'll have to use your calendar to notify you. But
gotcha.
Yeah,
sweet.
But it's connect. In the deals module, it just connects from that, and you can just like, hey, George is going over here today, so we give all these stops to George, and create a route for George, and then, yeah.
I do. I do have a few questions, but I for sure can let other people go first. They're not as important. So
I don't have any questions, so I'm good.
Go ahead, Adam.
okay, sweet. So a couple simple ones. One, when I'm in CRM, what's the difference between member customers and then children? Is from at least from the way that it's mapping on ours, it seems like if you have a customer and then the member customers are like the children account, and then
You're talking about the account and parent account?
Yeah, but it seems like, so when I go into customer and I look up if I open up a parent account, let's see. So when you open up the parent account, there's no parent customer actually attached. But then if you want to look at all the children customers or the children customers, you have to go to a related list called member customers.
Yeah, customers accounts, yes.
And then when you go to children, all it shows are the leads associated with the parenting. Yeah, so when I go to children, all it shows are leads. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Okay, so children are like leads associated with that customer.
Correct. So if, for example, let's say you have ABR, this is the big entity like Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
And then you have some accounts under it that are clients, people that are working with you. Those will be those member accounts. And if you have new companies under ABR that are in process to work with you, but they are not yet, those will be children's.
Oh, okay. So they're children. Let's see if I look up Woodview Apartments. Okay, that makes sense now. Gotcha. Okay, sweet. No, that makes sense. When I manage the column, I could just, because the lead name was showing up there, I just assumed it was giving me lead names, but it's actually giving me the lead companies also. So perfect. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Last week or 2 weeks ago, I was talking about Zoho Calendar and connecting that to CRM. What use cases would I be using like Zoho Meeting compared to just making my own calendar invites and sending it to customers?
You're asking in what cases you will have just a meeting and in what cases Zoho Meeting?
Yeah, do I need Zoho Meeting at all, or is it just if I just create a calendar invite, is that sufficient usually for,
Are we talking about the
meetings with
conferencing?
meetings with customers, and like we're reaching out to leads and we're scheduling meetings and we kind of want to know who's available and that's why you were showing me the CRM, but I just didn't know, do I need to also use Zoho Bookings? Zoho Bookings.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
when I talk about the right thing, it makes more sense.
No, I understood that probably we're talking about Zoho Bookings. So with Zoho Bookings, first of all, it's a crappy application. It's not great. There are problems with double bookings, so it's not good. But if you choose to go this way, you can sync. There is a plugin in Zoho CRM that is integrating Zoho Bookings to Zoho CRM. So when someone is booking an appointment, it will push the appointment to your Zoho CRM. So all that becomes one.
Okay.
So this booked meeting will go to your Zoho CRM, and if Zoho CRM is integrated with your calendar, then it will push also to your calendar. So you have just one. Even though it was booked here, it will go to all the places.
Is it just linking to the contact in the CRM, or is it creating a deal?
No, it's just connected to the contact.
Okay. So be in the contact as well, a related list?
Not a related list. So there is an integration that goes from Zoho Bookings. It's pushing to Zoho CRM. And then when you will check the person, you will see that there is an open activity for him. And the open activity will be a meeting.
Oh, so it's just creating an open activity then.
That's right. Just creating an open activity with a meeting. That's it.
Okay, that's sweet. So, and that's how calendar works too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I would start using bookings or Calendly if I wanted the customer to be able to make their own meetings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I can just create a calendar invite, right, and just send it to them.
Let me show you one more thing that it's cool with Zoho Bookings, even though I don't like this at all. Crap.
Like, oh, let me show you all this good stuff, but I still think it's...
That's right. Look, they really did something great. It works amazing. The only problem is just the meeting. Sometimes they have double bookings because it's not on the fly. There is a small delay, and if people book you, if let's say when in my calendar people can book multiple events in the same day, if it's not immediate booking, those people will be double booked. So I can't.
Right.
So if you go to, let's say, a contact or anything, you will have here new appointment. And when you click here, it will open Zoho Bookings. So you can go ahead and book the appointment. So it's not only for your team, it's also for, not only for your clients, also for your employees.
So you can just use it internally the way you just did it now and don't have to worry about the double booking thing.
Still, it's going, so this entire thing, the Zoho Bookings, it's, from what I understood, it's built on Zoho Creator, and Zoho Creator don't have the ability to have an immediate sync, and it's about 3 minutes delay.
Gotcha.
So for some people it works well, for some people not.
So
I want to use it, but I can't.
So if you get a double booking, do you get a message at some point saying someone booked? You have 2 times?
Oh, you're going to the day, and then you see that on your calendar you have 2 people or 3 people on the same time slot, and now you need to call them and see which one is okay to move the appointment, and sometimes no one wants to move.
Do you know, is it like a 2-hour delay or a 10-minute delay? Or?
Minutes. From what I understood, it's difficult also to get the real details. No one tells you. But from my understanding, it's about 3 minutes delay.
Really?
Yeah. If you talk to Zoho, they will tell you it's immediate, but it's not.
Well, no, I can see why they say it's immediate. Is because I have a creator app that links to my deal. So as soon as I hit the button in my creator app, it instantly creates a deal. So I understand what they're saying. It's instant, but maybe all the connections that come out of it, like all the other scripts, once it gets into the CRM,
my belief is
that might be taking the time.
What I think is that people book appointment across, probably tens of thousands of Zoho Bookings accounts, and then they have some kind of a scheduler that is running those batches.
Yeah.
And with Deluge, everything works in a loop. If you're running 200 records, that will take you almost a minute. Right. And every time, let's say every minute, the scheduler is working and it's processing the records with a loop. Very easy to get to the 3 minutes mark.
Yeah. So the only way for you to know that you have a double booking is to look at it, to look to see you had one. You can't write a new script to check your calendar to see if you have any overlapped appointments.
I think I might.
But now you know. So the point of all those applications is to save you time.
No, I understand that, but at least this way you would know. Because say you don't look right away, you know what I mean?
I don't. And I usually in the morning off, I'm checking my calendar.
Right. What I'm saying is,
then,
say you had that thing run, that schedule run at the, I don't know, whatever the lowest interval is to check. You know what I mean? See if you have any double bookings that were booked in the last hour or whatever, and then just send you a message saying you need to call this person before it gets too far down. I don't know.
but we found a solution.
Use somebody else.
The solution. that solved all the problems.
Is there this button? Could you have this button integrated into the customer too, or no?
Currently?
Yeah, like how you just showed us this with bookings.
Yeah. So we have crazy stuff that we did with Calendly. We did also the widget that is showing you the calendar. We did insane things. The level of integration that we have with Calendly is insane.
Gotcha. Okay.
Out of the box, they don't have good integration, but we created crazy stuff.
Except you got to pay extra for Calendly, and bookings is part of the Zoho one, right?
Yeah, but it works.
Oh no, I understand that. I don't know how much it is, but yeah,
small difference. Yeah.
I don't have that problem yet of double bookings, which I hope to have that type of
problem. That's a good problem to have.
So so as my sales, executives reaching out to leads, he's looking up the apartment, on Google. I mean, find the apartment, and I was kind of thinking, well, if he's already doing this little extra effort to look up the apartment, might as well save the photo of the apartment and attach it to the customer. So then,
perfect.
If I ever switch to Canvas view, I have a little bit more data. Right now, it seems though that when I convert the lead to a contact and a customer, the image that I have saved with the lead gets associated with the contact, not the customer. Is that just a mapping issue?
So wait, I'm on my mobile device. What do you do? Let me just do exactly what you're doing.
Okay, so let's say you have a lead. If you're going to
I go to my leads, yeah.
And then, once you click the button, convert lead to customer and contact.
Okay, I'm there.
Whatever image you had saved with the lead is going to show up. It's going to show up with the customer or with the contact. Can it show up with the customer?
Wait. You have good stuff here. So the picture, you mean this picture?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you the trick. So you have your CRM open?
Yes, I do.
Good. Go to the settings on the top right. Go to the modules and fields under customization.
Okay.
Go to the leads. Don't click on it. Just hover it, and then go to lead conversion mapping.
Okay.
Okay. Now, one of them will be the image. So let's search for it. So it will say lead image. And beside it, you will have 3 fields. The first one will be the account. For you, it will be customer or something like that. The next one is the contact, and the third one is the deal.
Okay.
So you need just to click on the none and select the image. So one will be account image, contact image, the other one don't have. So just both of them. For you, probably the first one says none.
Yep, all 3 say none right now. So
both of them, the first 2, you can select them to an image, and that's it.
But if I do not want to go to the contact, then I just put that as none.
None. That's
Okay.
right.
Cool. Easy fix.
Easy.
Is there an easy way of getting an image onto the CRM?
For the deal?
Well, besides using the mapping, like somebody's been created, is there an easier way to do it? Like have a form that they can upload their own image if you have them,
That's a good question. No idea.
I was just thinking about it because we don't use it. We've done a few of them, but we stopped because we had to do it manually.
Let's see. Let's try to have here a picture.
There's an image file there. There you go.
Image. We'll call it lead picture. That will be minimum 1, maximum 1. File size, I don't care. All pictures, mandatory. I don't care any of that. Sure. Okay. And now let's go to the integration.
See if we can map it to that.
That's contact. Contact name is also okay. And let's try to find here. Contact image. Pick. Yep.
All right. So you can do it. All right. Cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can do it as well from forms.
When someone submits a form, is it only mapping to CRM, or can it turn into like a PDF? So when they submit a form, it just comes in as like raw data for you.
So you can go here in the integration page. You see this guy?
Yep.
You click on attachments and signature, and then you select the PDF copy of the form submission.
Okay. Perfect.
And when there will be a submission in the record itself, it will appear under the attachment.
Okay, sweet. Because we're gonna start having like a process for a credit application, and I was thinking about just making it as Cliff had the idea of making it as a Zoho form rather than a PDF. You know, just do you see any issue with that? You know.
Yeah, you can do it.
Seems like it might be easier too.
I mean, you're going to have it in both places then. You could have it because it'll be a record in Zoho Forms.
Right. Well, I was rather than filling out a PDF that they print, I was thinking they could just fill out a Zoho form and submit it.
Oh, that'd be definitely easier.
Zoho Form is fantastic. It's a very good tool.
May I ask one last question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. So now that my whole team's using Zoho Desk to communicate, we have this function that's running that's like that merges tickets that have the same subject line so that we don't get duplicate tickets. You know, because if someone sends it to 3 people, we don't want 3 people to order it. So the issue now is that like I'm kind of having a hard time communicating with the whole entire team if I want to send them like company announcements and stuff. And so, like, you know, before you could just send an email and it would go to everybody, but if you create a ticket to everybody, it only goes to one person, right? Because all the tickets get merged. So is like right now I have a Click with the company wide chat, but Click seems to be not as, you know, not the best way to put announcements. Is there other ways to maybe do that too?
Some companies use Connect, and Connect is their board. Some companies use Click. Some people use emails.
Could you have like an announcement board that, like on the dashboard, so for Zoho One or something, so when everyone logs in the day, they can see like a team feed or. Where is this? Is this Zoho One?
Yeah, this is a Zoho Connect, and you can send some stuff here, and people can comment to it. They can.
So how do they get notified when you post something? We have to
email.
They'll get an email.
But if that all gets merged together, can it be a Click or something?
Going back to the same thing. Let's see if I can have notification.
You can also, since they're getting emails, you can all have it all go to Desk, and then they're all going to go in Desk too, right?
and then we get it to one. Let's see. Notifications. I don't know if it can do Click. One second. Yeah, you can.
Bot notification.
Dope.
Yes, you can.
That's sweet. So then could you maybe like, I wonder if this connects with CRM, like you could have a custom module in CRM that just feeds all that information over.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check this out. I never heard of this app before, this application.
Connect is very interesting. You have a bunch of features here. I used it for 2 years for my school.
That's why it looks familiar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used it for 2 years.
Oh,
Last
yeah,
year
that's
we
right.
moved.
Are you still posting these videos on your website?
No, we stopped doing that because sometimes the information is a little bit old and people start to be confused and it's creating lots of customer service tickets. So what I did is just I removed them and it's just live. And the important things, I just drop them on the YouTube and that's it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You could post it and just put a disclaimer. This information is good as of this date.
Yeah, you know people reading, huh?
No, no one reads. I know no one reads.
No one reads. No one reads anything.
No, they don't.
We have a few questions from Wade. Let me just answer him. Mr. Wade, how are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I've seen you for a long time. Welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
So does anyone use Ring.io disposition to trigger CRM workflows? Is it possible? Did you try?
Well, that's what I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm just going to do like the call activity that comes in and use that call activity and parse out the outcome. And I just don't know what I want to do with that, but I need to, if there's a no call, then I'm going to do something. Or if there's a no answer, I'm going to do something. If it's a do not call, that kind of thing. I'm trying to utilize it from their app instead of having to go back into CRM, so I can do it from Power Dialer.
That's a wonderful question, my friend. So I will say something like that. When you are, not you, but when Ring.io are running updates, they can have a flag that is triggering the workflows. So even if it's not, I can work with them and tell them how to do it. So okay. I would recommend you to try it. And if it doesn't work, just drop me an email and I will connect with Ring.io. I will tell them what they need to do to activate the automations. Should be a very quick thing for them.
Well, like I think I can do. I believe I can do something with their like create menu. I don't remember where. I'm trying to find out where the hell that's at. Dashboard. Dispositions. No, it's in follow-ups. I'm sorry. Or next actions, I'm sorry. In next actions, you can execute a data menu, and then they've got several functions, I think, on there that they type in there, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's one that's a default one here in next action that says execute data menu, go to menu, and then it's 800 logging into Zoho as call version 2. So I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, right? That you can do something where you tell it to go in there and change a field within CRM or something like that?
So whatever you do on the dialer, you're talking about the dialer, right? That when you're changing the status on the dialer, that will push to your CRM.
Right. Yeah, like when when I've got 30 phone calls and I'm doing Power Dialer and it's just got that little chinga there up at the top, and just trying to be able to figure out how I want to be able to do that in the background, where I don't have to go back in there or teach anybody. I have to go back into the actual lead or contact and update anything.
I think that it's very much doable. That the disposition, when it's updating the CRM, it should trigger the automation. So I would I would base the logic on that. That's fine.
Okay.
It's just if it doesn't work, so of course do a test run, see if it works. If it doesn't, drop me an email. I will connect with Ring.io and I will let them know how they can activate automation when the disposition is changed. It's a very simple thing for them.
Cool.
Okay.
And then I assume that you don't know anybody that's using next action, because it seems kind of redundant. I mean, it seems like you can do everything you want to with the disposition and the next action.
The next action is more for booking the next call or something like that, from what I remember.
Yeah, and they have some kind of half-assed questionnaire thing too that you can do, that you can set up to do certain things. But my impression of the next action thing is something that you want Ring.io to do internally inside of their side of the street, as opposed to dispositions, which can get logged as call activity or lead status. And then you can trigger that inside of Zoho to make stuff work. Does that seem about right?
The next action, let me see if I can bring it to that everybody can see it. Give me just 1 second. I'm just loading myself. Good. So let me bring it. And that will be the dialer. Okay, everybody can see the dialer?
Yep.
Okay, so you're talking about
You don't even have them. You have to go to you're gonna have to go to admin, which is the little settings thing on the bottom, right?
here?
Yeah, and then then click on that, and then go to admin portal, because you don't even have the dispositions available.
No, I had this position for a different number. I just changed the number.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's see if I have that. No, okay.
Disposition go ahead.
I'm just loading dummy data, right? Because this is my live system. I don't want people to see my clients.
Okay.
But I do see the next action.
Okay. On your dashboard.
Yeah, so it says one is schedule a call, right? Do you see it also?
Yeah. The ones that come out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one is schedule a call. The next one is emailing. The next one is logging it as a call, and the other one is changing the lead status, which are the same, basically are the same things that you can do using a disposition from the other menu.
Maybe they learned it from Zoho to do the same thing multiple times.
Maybe, yeah, they probably. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out whether or not because that log that comes in that shows in the call history, I mean, that's 100% of the time that stuff comes in there. And I'm just trying to figure out, if I put a disposition in there, then I've got to parse it out somehow to make it go do other things. And I just didn't know if anybody that you knew of was using that and how reliable that system was.
I don't really work too much with the dialer. The office is working with it, and with the operations is more Carol and the team. I don't really handle that too much. So
Gotcha.
but Carol is pretty much involved with lots of Ring.io related functionality.
Mm-hmm.
So probably she will know. She's right now in a show, so I can't really ask her.
Sure.
But she will probably know.
Yeah, Carol's a shit. I love her. So, and then what was the last one that I had? I don't really care about that deal thing, but do you know of any way to consolidate tasks from like CRM, mail, projects, and Connect? You can go into like a unified view inside of Google Mail and see it, but I didn't know if you could get if all of those projects could be in the same spot, so you could or all those tasks could be in the same spot so you can put them in order.
That's the only one that I know of. The one
The
that you just
unified
said, the
view?
unified
Okay.
view. Yeah.
All right.
And
Cool.
try as much as possible to have less tasks as you can, and work more with views. So you can ask your developer to create you some kind of a view, and the view will be based, in my case, we're really relying on the follow-up date and follow-up comments. So
Right.
if let's say I'm a sales guy and I need to work today on leads, those will be the leads that I need to tackle today. And I know exactly what I need to do with them.
Right. But and we do use that. The problem is we're trying to use projects as a module inside of CRM. And of course, if you create templates and tasks and stuff like that from there, but now it shows up at a different spot than the ones that show up. We're not using any CRM tasks whatsoever, but it's real handy to be able to go into mail and add a task or add a calendar event based on your mail. And then that shows up in that Zoho mail slot. So
yeah, I see. So
I just didn't know if there was a way to do that. So it's just too fine of a point, I think.
Pretty sure that your developer can create, let's say that every task that is created, let's say in Zoho Mail, will be automatically copied to, let's say you create here personal tasks. So they will be copied here and be closed on the Zoho Mail side.
Okay.
So eventually you have here like billion tasks.
Gotcha. But I mean, you can basically says, hey, if a personal task is created, then put it into projects for whoever the user is, and then close out the task.
Yeah.
From the other one. I mean, that's generally the flow though that you're talking about.
That's right. So from Zoho Flow, it's something probably also that you can do. You have here a way that let's see, you have your tasks. So no, that's Google Zoho. Yeah, just play with it. I'm pretty sure that you have the flows, or if not, there will be APIs or webhooks. Something can be done.
Okay. Yeah, I love playing with flows, but it seems like 50% of the time they work. 50% of the time I have no idea what they did. I can't fix them. So it's a great. I mean, I love having that ability, but I don't have the knowledge for sure, man. My brain just doesn't quite work like that.
Sometimes they work, but they're supposed all the time to work.
I mean, what I have in my head works just fine. I just can't get the damn thing to. I have trouble with the idea of fetch, and I just can't figure that particular piece of it, I think, out to go do a bunch of shit. So anyway, hey, I appreciate it, man.
No problem, my friend. It was good talking to you. Spencer, I have a question. So first of all, Spencer, I have a good comment here that in Zoho People, you can do announcements. That's for you, Adam. So if you use Zoho People, you can do announcement on Zoho People. Fantastic comment.
Same idea, pretty much.
Yeah, and it will come to their mobile devices if they have Zoho People configured. It will come to the mobile device and also desktop. I don't want to say it will send an email, but
no. Here's the weird thing. It does send an email, and it sends it to their specific email. But for some reason, when I look at all my tickets in desk, those Zoho People ones are not transferring into tickets, which is kind of, I don't know why, because it looks like it's an email, and all my emails get forwarded.
Maybe we can also do that when you have emails coming from your domain name, from MainTech, then those will not run through this subject aggregator.
Oh, the merge rule.
Okay. It will just skip anything that is with your domain name.
That makes sense. So I wonder if the one thing that the merge does is it, like, if someone sends an email and it has like to Lior, to me, and to David, we all get a ticket, and when we all open up the ticket, you can see that it was sent to everybody, right? I feel like those are I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. It'd be nice if those were merged, and then if you send out individual emails with the same subject, if they were actual individual emails, those shouldn't get merged. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and that probably will save you the problem of internal announcements.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I think Spencer gave you a good nugget. I think the Zoho people worth checking.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's related to probably employees, and you put it in one central place, and you keep track on the announcements. Only good things will come from it.
Perfect. Got all my questions answered for the week.
No problem.
Until next week.
Anybody have any questions before we close the session? Adam, the coffee that we drank a few days ago, was it too strong? Were you able to sleep, or it was okay?
After midnight.
This Turkish coffee is sick.
Strong to say the least.
Yeah, it's sick.
Delicious though.
Yes. And
Lior.
thank you for coming to Toronto.
Oh,
Hey,
it was a
Katrina,
pleasure.
how are you?
Thank you. How are you?
Very good. Good to hear you.
Thank you. Always nice to be here. Long time listener, maybe.
You are.
Yeah, always learn new things. Lior, question.
Of course.
I watched Zoho Forms webinar recently, and I finally figured it out. It can be, how web forms are embedded to website. So what is the best way to do it? I got website created by somebody in WordPress. So using the native landing pages from WordPress, or going with Zoho Forms and embedding them into the website, what's the right way to do it?
Good.
How would you do it? Would you use Zoho Forms for that?
I'm using Zoho Forms. So if you go to, let's say, my website.
Somebody suggested ConvertKit for landing pages. So, I just...
So look, this is the result. So you can have any form with any design work on your website. The trick is that you are going to create, let's say that you are going to Zoho Form, and you need to create, let's say we'll call it contact us page. And you want, let's say we'll do something basic. First name, last name, phone and email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very basic.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to share, you go to embed,
Mm-hmm.
and then you download HTML, CSS. You click on generate code,
Mm-hmm.
and you download the HTML, CSS.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you get from here is a zip file that you give it to your developer.
Okay.
Your developer can put it on the website, so the design, because you right now, the forms that you are getting from your WordPress team, they look good, right? They are nice looking forms.
Yes.
The developer can take this crap that looks like crap, but he can take that and put new face to it. So it will function with Zoho Forms, but the face will be your design.
Mm.
And this is the best way to go. If you do any kind of WordPress forms, you will be subject to lots of spam. with Zoho Forms, I never got any spam.
So you are saying with native WordPress forms, I will be getting lots of spam, right?
Lots of spam.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So
Yeah, you will get from time to time, but not too much. But with yours, you will get a lot.
so it's good way to use Zoho Forms embedded.
Absolutely, because also the form can integrate automatically with CRM.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's awesome. You just need to give him the fields, and you download the HTML, CSS as a zip file. You give it to him, and if he's stuck or he don't know or give you stupid things, just say, I don't know anything. This is Lior. Talk to him. That's it. And I will talk to him.
Okay. No, he asked me the right way. Send me. This is what I think he said. Send me HTML, but I didn't know what he's talking about, honestly.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, good to know. Download here. Okay.
Yeah, and you tell him that you want the design to be like your theme, so it will look good, but the functionality will be the Zoho functionality.
Yeah, and it's easy to create any form, and then he can adjust it to make it fancier.
Yeah, it's very simple. Like you saw me, like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, I have many forms in Zoho Forms. I have checklists for everything. Like it's very useful. I use it daily.
Beautiful.
And not only for it's not only about website. It's about like transaction checklists. Very helpful.
Very good. The Zoho form is fantastic. It's very good.
Fantastic. Yeah, even for internal work, it's amazing.
Yeah. We have lots of clients that are doing lots of internal work with Zoho Forms, and then Forms is updating the CRM. It's very good.
Yeah, I'm even adding contacts through Zoho Forms most of the times.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very
And
good tool.
all the notes, everything jumps in, in PDF file.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for your help, Lior.
No problem. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Thank you for your time.
Anytime for you. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm jumping to a meeting, and all the best. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy.